Let's talk about writing, okay? So, beloved, people like to try to take God's position, right? They want to be the author and finisher of your faith. But that's God's position. I went, be a little transparent here, okay? I know y'all love that. I know y'all love when I'm transparent, so let me be a little transparent, okay? I went, what's today? Tuesday. This weekend, right? I went to Tacoma, right? Which is like an hour ride on the bus down south of where I'm at, right? And I went to see my mother, right? Haven't seen her in a few years. And in those few years, I thought some changes might have ensued, right? Like, okay, let's see my mom. First day was all right. Okay, so warm up. Second day, I went down there, helped my sister move a few things to apartment, right? Well, help my mom move a few things to my sister's apartment, okay? And some other dude. So, keep the fact that people want to be the author and the finisher of your faith, okay? Keep that, hold that. So, I help her, right? Really, I do the work. Me and this other, let's call him, let's just say fella. Me and this other fella, okay? And she's like, I'm gonna pay you for doing this. Now I didn't ask for payment, right? It's my sister. I don't care. But I'm like, all right, cool. So we go there, do it, whatever. Upon the last item that we're moving, I'm like, that's too heavy for the two of us to move. Nobody listens to me. So while we're moving it, I'm on the bottom half, the other person's on the top. They're obviously bigger than I am. Okay, but I guess I was stronger than they were. Whatever. Um, thank God these younger dudes downstairs, they heard all the commotion coming up the stairs, right? We were trying to bring this thing up the stairs. And that was a ram in the bush that God had for me. Thank you, Lord. Because they came right behind me to help me, right? Right on time. Because this thing was about to fall on me. Oh, yes, it was going to fall or my back was going to crack. Either or. Okay? The runner behind me helps me, right? Get it up there. Now something else is added. Okay? Now my sister needs to go to the store. She needs to go to the store. Okay? So I'm like, all right, whatever. I'm thinking it's the corner store. I told my mom to her face, I'm not taking nobody grocery shopping. I don't have time for that. I got other things to do. Does she hear me? Yes, she hears me, but she doesn't care. So she sends my sister out to the car with the keys, saying, Mom says you're going to take me to the store. I'm like, all right, store going to. Oh, there's a grocery store down here. Of course, I get pissed. I'm like, whatever, man. Come on, let's go. Let's go down there. I'm like, if you take more than 30 minutes, I'm giving you the keys. You can drive back. I'm walking. Okay? So, they don't take any more than 30 minutes, right? And it wasn't my sister's fault. I wasn't mad at her, right? And I told her as much. And we started conversing about our mother in the car on how, she's the same old mom and, you know, narcissistic and doesn't care about nobody but herself. So while we're gone, she stays at my sister's house alone with this fella, which was her plan the whole time. And you can guess what happened there. Okay? So I'm pissed off. We get back. Karen groceries in the house. My mom has this smirk on her face and she's laughing like, what? And I did curse at her. I did. Lord forgive me for that. But she pissed me off. Like, I know what you're doing. And you're not gonna feel like you can do that and get off scot free. No, 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 no. I'm not the same person. I'm not the same person I was when she left, but I still gave it to her in the same manner at all times. That's what I don't get with people. They think that I tell them the stories about me and my mom's relationship, and what makes you think that I'm gonna let you get away with it if I don't let my own mother get away with it, or my grandmother, or anybody else? I've always been able to speak up for myself, and I always have. That will never stop. Continuing. So we're in the car. I'm quiet. I'm not saying anything, but can my energy be felt? Boy, can it be felt. I'm not saying anything out of respect for her because this dude's in the car with us. I'm waiting for us to get back to drop him off or whatever. Okay? We get back, get my stuff, get in her car. She goes to drive me to the bus station. And she pisses me off the more. She starts irritating me. And then says, "What's wrong with you?" And that did it. So I went off. Okay, I told her about herself, how she's triangulating, she's gaslighting, and I'm not her scapegoat to throw in front of her so she can do whatever she wants back here. And she didn't like that, and she tried to act like she didn't know what I was talking about. So I got a little more aggressive. I did. Came out of character. Didn't want to, but it needed to be done. In some situations, it needs to be done. It does, so people can know that you're not to be pushed there. And if you do try to push me there, there will be some pushback. And you're not going to like the pushback. So, we're driving down the hill, we're arguing, it's getting more heated because she's acting like she doesn't know what I'm talking about. Of course, I lay it on even thicker. And her feelings started getting hurt. And she was like, "Well, do you want to walk to the..." I said, "I don't give a damn if I walk. I don't care if you take me. Matter of fact, I'm walking." So I get out. I forgot my stuff in the car. So when she left, she pulled out. She had to come back around because I was walking back to her house. I was going to meet her there. And she already knew. She already knew. Don't play. You better bring me my stuff back. So she saw me at the corner store, brought me my stuff. I said, "Oh, you forgot your stuff? I didn't hear you running after me." Yes, she did. Got my stuff. I didn't go leave my umbrella anyway. But anyway, second story. While I was walking, it started to rain, right? Hard, too. And I was already angry. I was so fuming, right? And I had left my umbrella in the car. So I'm getting rained on. It's pouring down rain, okay? And my phone's dying. It's like 4%. I need my phone to be on, right? I should have just got on the bus. I did. I should have just got on the bus. But I was still angry, and I made a hasty decision while I was angry. Okay, let this be a lesson. I went to my grandmother's house, which was about where I was, probably like 5 miles walking. Walked there in the pouring rain. Okay, got there. Okay. And I was there all day. I was there all night, actually. Let's just say I made some decisions that I would not have made if I went home. You got me? Okay. So, upon me getting ready to leave the next day, okay, this morning, I go into my grandma's room or whatever to ask her for something. And she's already cranky. She's been up all night at the casino. Um, and she tells me what was already on her mind. Obviously, it was on her heart. She's like, you didn't call on Thanksgiving. You didn't call or come down on Christmas. Okay. And those are the only 2 days two days that I wasn't here for what, a special event out of the whole year, out of every other year, out of all the times I come down here to check on you guys, you and my nephews, on some weekends throughout the year. And I was gone for Thanksgiving and Christmas because I was dealing with my own life, going through my own things, dealing with being cheated on and backstabbed and uh, 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 people attempting to kill me and do all other types of stuff that I told you about. And you're bitching at me about Christmas and Thanksgiving, which I don't even celebrate. That you don't even give. Do you give me a gift on Christmas? No, I'm not a child. My point is, people don't care about your life. They don't care about what you go through. She knew that I was dealing with a breakup, a treacherous one. You know what she said when I told her about the breakup? She didn't know before that, but you know what she said? After it's like, he cheated on me and did all this other stuff. You know what she said? Well, he was cute. What the hell does that have to do with anything? Narcissism is real. A whole family full of them. Narcissism is real. All they are is an outer shell with nothing on the inside. Nothing. Nothing is. There's nothing. They're a meat suit. There's nothing in here. It's empty. Empty. I know she said that to take a shot at me because I wasn't there for Christmas and Thanksgiving. But I'm there throughout the year. Frequently. At least 2 or 3 times a month. But you're so concerned about me not being here for these 2 days because I'm dealing with my own life issues. And you're mad at what? So, I decided I'm just going to stay the hell away from everybody. Okay? And they can stay the hell away from me. Family, so-called friends, so-called exes. If you're not wrapped too tight, and you don't have a heart, a flesh, stay the hell out of my atmosphere. Because you won't like what I have to offer you. It'll be a swift kick. I'll send you with love. But it'll be a kick nonetheless. It's not to say I don't love people. I absolutely do. Love them more than they'll ever realize. But do they love me? No. So, since they don't love me and don't appreciate me until my presence isn't there, maybe they're just going to have to feel the absence of my presence permanently. I'm not saying that in anger. I'm saying it as an assurity. They're going to have to be without my presence for however long I decide. For however long God decides. Thank you, Holy Spirit, for the correction. That's just what it is. People are selfish. They only care about when it has to do with them. Period. That's it. Know this. Understand this. These people are living in the third dimension. We are in the fifth. Well, I guess that don't work. Can't use the fingers. Don't have 6 fingers. We are 2 times removed from these people. Okay? We used to be like this, together. Right? 1 space, 2 spaces removed from these people. Our consciousness. This is what they don't understand. Our consciousness is elevated, is elevated. It's up here, not down here. That's why they don't understand us. That's why they're stuck on Christmas and Thanksgiving and Easter and all of these pagan holidays as if there's something to complain about. Somebody missing, or, they only act like they care when it's a holiday, when it's a funeral, some type of event. Do they call you to check on you any other time? No, they don't. Do they call you to ask how you're doing? How are you? No, they don't. But when they need something, they call you. You're the first person that pops in their head. Why? Because they know that you get the job done. Why? Because they know that you give your all. Why? Because they know that you do everything in love. And they know this. Second half of this message. Your enemies, okay? Their life's already going downhill and fast, okay? So, this isn't the first time they tried this, but I don't know. Maybe they'll learn the lesson this time. So people think that they can write the script to your life, to our lives, right? They think they can erase what God has written, has spoken, and they think that they can erase it and write their own script about our lives, okay? Wrap it up in an old evil arrow and shoot it on towards our way. You know what happens when you shoot evil arrows at righteous people? It goes around and around and around and around and around and around until it finds no place to rest. It finds no body to penetrate. So what does that wicked and evil arrow do? It goes around and around and around and around, and it shoots back to the sender. Bomb directly in the forehead. I don't know if it really goes in the forehead, but that's where I'm aiming for. Strike. And what they had written on that little fake script, what they had written to happen in our lives, for us to be sad, for us to give up, for us to be down in the dumps, for us to commit suicide, all these things, it backfires on them. And now they're depressed. Now they're wanting to commit suicide. Now they're wanting to give up on life. Even more than they were before. And then guess what they do? They get even more pissed off at us. Talk about taking no accountability for your actions. like 5-year-old children. Exactly like 5-year-old children. And it's our fault. Why you ain't shooting them arrows at your mother? The one that caused you to be like who you are today. The one that trained you and groomed you that way. Why you ain't shooting these arrows at your brothers and sisters? Or your little friend groups that you're around. But you want to shoot them at the ones that you cannot penetrate, that you cannot inflict anything on, that you cannot cause any harm to. And then you want to get at the ones that you can't cause harm to, that you can't inflict any pain on. Psychotic, mentally unstable, delusional. This is what these people are. All of them. Delusional, self-absorbed, selfish, demonstrative, and obsessed. They left. Why are they obsessed? Shouldn't they be obsessed with what they left us for? Shouldn't they be obsessed over that? Over it? Yeah, I said it. I'm asking y'all. I'm just saying. But yeah. So there's a little transparency for you and a little bit of what your enemy's going through because of what they just tried to inflict on you. Okay? So I love you guys. All right? Keep being your amazing, fantastic, beautiful selves. Okay? Keep that confidence high. Because that's what they hate. All right? I love you guys dearly. Dearly. All right? And thank you for listening to my little happenstance. All right? I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.